Okay, so today I've decided to go a different direction, and I'm going to talk about a bit of news for once. So, I've been hearing a lot recently going on with storms, death, marriage, and I'm always also going to talk about a bit of gaming news because, well, I'm a gamer. And hey, what do you think of the hair? Does it look good? Should I grow it out? Should I get it shorter? Should I style it some way, or I don't care what. But you tell me in the comments below, and let's just get started on this news. So, first up, I'm going to start with something a bit cheerful. That's right, the wedding. Now, the wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton. Now, I say that it was a bit overkill because people were obsessing over it with these really odd hats and dresses. I didn't really spend much time searching for anything, but I'm pretty sure if you just Google images anything, that you will find something for sure, and it will definitely be odd because some of these hats, it was like, how do these defy gravity? Like one of them I saw was just completely vertical hat, and I don't know if her head was completely made on to make it stay up like that or what, but either way, designed by Lady Gaga, I bet. And, eh, more than likely, yes, that's true. So the wedding, of course, they had a lot of news coverage. There were people that were flying all the way out to the UK just to see people get married. There were there were so many people that were obsessing over it. They're like, "Oh, I've got to go see the wedding," or "It's such an important thing that must be dealt with." I can see where they're coming from, where it's a unison of the new age of monarchy, even though it's a non-traditional monarchy in the UK anymore, but a more of a parliament controlled. But I understand. It's just there's a place and a time. I mean, it's a little crazy because you got people that have to work, and then there's the people that they have to deal with that are like, "Come on, wake up and watch the wedding with me." No, I kind of want to sleep at whatever time it was here in the U.S. compared to those in the UK. So, to transition into our next topic of the recent storms in our lovely southern states here in the lovely U.S. Well, people were more concerned about the royal wedding or anything else that might have been going on to actually realize the power of these storms. It was a bit crazy, I bet, but I wouldn't know much. I don't know. Compared to the blizzard we had here, it seems that us here in Illinois and them down there in the south are kind of around the same boat with crazy weather recently. So, with that, I will now continue on into, of course, the main topic of this week from yesterday and such. The topic known to everyone of this guy, right here. He's dead, apparently. According to news statements and a paper that says, "We killed him," there is currently no actual proof that I have seen of him being dead. I'll believe it when I see his body, in which they buried him at sea, in which I'm pretty sure this was mostly a PR stunt, but I don't care if he's dead or not. In fact, I say, go ahead, let him die, but the war's not going to end just because he's dead. I mean, it's still going to keep going and everything, no matter what. And I like that picture that I found. I can't stop obsessing over it. It's like, oh yeah, sucked it, Osama. You're dead. But anyway, the war is not just going to end because we killed Osama bin Laden. It's going to keep going on and on and on until pretty much it either the U.S. strategically retreats like they did during Vietnam, or until we just decide we're going to kill everyone there, or or they end up killing everyone here. In which this in itself is a battle of attrition, where you're pretty much just killing everyone just for the hell of it, and I don't see the point of it. I mean, yeah, let's celebrate the death of a man who was pretty much the head of an evil organization that was hell-bent on causing life here in the U.S. to just go completely crazy. So, good, bad, doesn't matter much to me. I really am happy that he could be dead. I mean, it's just one more step closer to the U.S. possibly gaining a major foothold in the Middle East and securing things a bit more, because now the terrorist organizations have to try and find someone else to lead them, and they have no true leadership or communication with one another because Osama's dead, apparently. And I will leave you now with a bit of gaming news. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. And big thing, not going to be playing on the PlayStation because I, one, don't like PlayStation, my opinion, and two, Xbox. When I first read this, I was excited. Just the look of it. You're playing not as anyone like Leon S. Kennedy or Jill Wagner or anyone else. If you recall from the original Resident Evil trilogies, the character of Punk. Yes, for any of you who know who I'm talking about, this man right here, Punk. One of the unlockable characters from the classic RE um, Resident Evil title, or whatever. You pretty much got to do a bonus round thing where you got to play as him. Well, Operation Raccoon City goes even more with that. You're playing as umbrella workers. We've got all these different characters that are being introduced. You're, of course, killing zombies in Raccoon City. And you can pretty much alter the whole course of Resident Evil from what I've heard. I mean, apparently, this is what I read, and I quote, "What's got us most fired up about Operation Raccoon City isn't necessarily the gritty gunplay or the fact that you'll be juking undead while fending off an opposition force with co-op buddies. It's something that whatever the person's name, suggests to us during our visit. Depending on the player and how they play the game," he says, "you can actually change the history of Resident Evil. What he means is that you'll have the chance to not only interact with familiar and possibly key characters from the Resident Evil series, but you'll even have a chance to kill them." And this is quoted straight from the official Xbox magazine during their coverage of Operation Raccoon City in their article about it. I personally can't wait for it to be released, and I hope to play it and hopefully to have a bit of software to be able to upload any gameplay videos that I might be able to record or anything of such sort, because it's coming out winter of 2011, so we've got a few months to wait until Raccoon City, so you're up for some zombie killing. Yeah. And so, I'll leave you with this. Have a good one. And peace off to all of you out there on YouTube airwaves.